What's going on, guys? Back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Ryker Rallye, 2 years after ownership, and kind of how I feel about it, and some things that I wish I knew prior to buying it. But yes, this is 2 years of ownership. This is a 2021. I got it March of 2021. And it's been a little over 2 years. So let's get right into it. The things that I kind of wish I knew before I bought the bike, I say bike, sorry. It's technically a trike, but I'm used to this thing over here. So all I've ridden was motorcycles. This is my first three-wheel vehicle. So some things that I wish I kind of knew before I bought the bike that I wish I would did a little more research on was, number one, I would say I wish I would have done more research on the amount of aftermarket parts availability on this thing. I kind of went into this blind. I kind of actually, saw some stuff on like Facebook groups, people doing some things like that, but I never really went into like deep searching of like really. Actually, you know what? I apologize. I really didn't do much of any kind of research before I bought this thing, because when I went to the dealer, I actually went into the dealer to buy a slingshot. So this was kind of like I wouldn't say a rushed purchase, but it was kind of a rushed purchase in a way, because I kind of fell in love with it once I like sat on it and I kind of like really looked it over. I really enjoyed the look of it, and I enjoyed the feel of riding on something versus riding in something like the slingshot. So I didn't really do much research on the aftermarket availability parts. The only kind of parts that I saw was like inside the dealership. So I would say that the number one thing was I should have researched more aftermarket parts. Other than that, I would say the second thing, well, included in that, in those aftermarket parts, I would say that I wish I would have did a little more research on the wheels, things like that, because I just kind of assumed like a motorcycle that motorcycles that I've been riding. I just kind of assumed that like a motorcycle would have plenty of like aftermarket rims available, things like that. You'd be able to swap them out, put like really cool rims on them. I did see like some Spyders in the past that you can change out the wheels. They had like tons of wheel options and things of that nature. So I was kind of disappointed after getting it, seeing that literally only like one company to this date has like has aftermarket rims specifically for this. Now there is a company that out of Canada that I did find that has wheel adapters to where you can add different rims as you want. But again, I thought this stuff would have kind of been available through BRP, but it wasn't. Dealerships not really allowing people to come in and test drive the bike. The dealers that I went to in my area here in San Antonio, they had no demo bikes, and they would only really allow you to sit on the bike. When I got this bike, the only thing I was actually able to do was start it up inside the dealership floor. It was on the showroom floor. I went to a different dealer, Kent Motorsports, and they had a 600, I believe. It was either 600 or it was a 900 Ace. And it was outside, but they wouldn't let you actually start it up and ride it. So I was kind of disappointed about that, because out of all the motorcycles that I've ridden, I've never not been able to go in a dealership and test out a demo bike. And that's whether it's in the parking lot, or around the corner, and things like that. So I was kind of, when it comes to the power, I was kind of disappointed, because, I've only ridden motorcycles, and the Harley Davidson, the Sportster 48 is 1200 cc's V-twin, and I kind of just based the power. I started off riding like a Ninja 250, and then I had two ZX9Rs from Kawasaki as well. And I just kind of assumed, oh, a 900cc, oh, it's gonna be plenty fast. And then I kind of realized, I didn't realize, the weight factor of the frame and things like that, it weighing way more than a bike, that it was gonna affect the power as much. But like I said, power is kind of the thing that I kind of wish I had more time to demo and play around with. I kind of think the transmission sucks in these things. I just don't like it. It's clunky to me. I just don't like the way it engages. I kind of wish that it had better brakes. I didn't really know how hard it was going to be to get to the parts, like the engine parts and things like that. That's another thing that I kind of wish I had researched more. I mean, some of these parts, you gotta really lift up the freaking, you gotta take parts off, you gotta lift up the whole thing like a clamshell to get to a lot of these things, and it kind of is a pain in the ass. They didn't tell me at all how to switch the modes on the bike, the riding modes. So I had no idea. I had been riding in eco mode, or either that or I was in standard mode. They didn't tell me how to switch it to rally mode and sport mode and things like that. And so it took me about 6 or 7 months before I actually saw a video on how to do it. So I was kind of disappointed, like, damn, they didn't even tell me that. Kind of wish that there were more motorcycle shops in my city that actually worked on this thing, because if there's any more shops in the area that could actually get that turbo added onto this thing, because I think that the turbo overall would give me that extra boost, and an ECU flash would give me that extra boost of power that I'm actually wanting on this thing. You did pay attention to the 2024 BRP lineup. I was a little disappointed when it came to the Ryker. BRP seems to only be interested in just updating panels for the bike, which to me is kind of pointless in a way. Since the Spyders got new headlights, I was really kind of hoping that instead of halogens, that we would get some, get some halos, get some projectors in there for the headlights. I know you can buy some aftermarket ones, but I was really kind of hoping that would come from, the dealer. I love the bike. I plan on keeping it. And like I said, as time goes on, more and more aftermarket parts are becoming available. And I really enjoy riding on this when there are people with you, because I don't know, man, it's just really, really fun. It's really, really fun. You get to meet new people, you get to see new mods, and we have some really unique bikes and unique riders that are here in San Antonio, but it seems like nobody really rides. So it is what it is. Added this bag, which I love. I zip tied it there. If you want to go back and look at the mods that I've done on the bike, feel free. Yeah. Hope you enjoy. Peace.